amazing. Don't get me wrong, I heard some good theories about it. Some people thought it was good.
Gaming.
Diabetic game. So, some people thought it was a good show.
It really is.
Yeah,
It was bad.
gaming.
What I saw was bad. I mean, that's all I can say. I mean, if what you all showed on when you streamed that podcast yesterday is all they showed, that was bad.
I mean,
That's
we're
what
talking
they
about
showed.
power, right? We're talking about power. And we're showing off Pixar
Power,
games.
power is never good without
Well,
power.
that ladybug was in 4K. So that's if that's what 6 T-flops can do, then so be it.
Yeah.
Craig, let's be serious.
I am being serious. That ladybug was pretty cool.
Fuck all that bullshit.
You mean
Still.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kid? Version 2?
Oh God, here we go.
I mean, what I saw was trash. But go ahead, Big Cloud.
Here we go. I already knew he's gonna say Honey, I Struck the Kid because like, see, I don't know what to say on that game because what I saw the ant bully.
I don't even know what that is.
It
but
legit
what I-
looked like the ant bully. I know what you're
I
talking
saw a
about.
bunch
You're
of
talking about
cartoons
Obsidian's game.
game, so if that's what they showed yesterday, that's trash. If that's the direction they're going, this all it does is confirm what Matt Booty said in that interview, months ago, probably over a year ago, when he said, yeah, when they're just going to do a bunch of AA games, and if there's one in there that has a great experience similar to what they got with Hellblade, fine, that's great. But that's what their games are going to be. I mean, that's like this is terrible.
Yeah.
Knife somebody.
I'm glad I'm getting rid of my shit. So.
The way you said it with authority, I'm getting rid of my shit. All right. What's up, y'all? What's going on? Welcome to the RGD podcast. We are live through the power of the interwebs. Good to see everybody in the chat. How you guys doing? Everybody that was here early. What's up, Mr. Buck Rogers, Billy? Who else is in here? Nike. I see Ace, see Jack. I see Dion. What's up? Pablo, I said something earlier. What's up? Everybody, how y'all doing? Welcome. So, it's been an interesting week, people. Very, very interesting week. A lot of news has dropped. A lot of things were shown. And, well, we got a little bit more context to a few things going forward when it comes to either games or things of that nature. So, today's show, we're just going to reflect on a few of these things. We're going to talk about it. And, yeah, we're just going to have some fun. Good to see everybody. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Without further ado, I'm going to start it now. I'm going to introduce the panel, and we're going to just get into these topics, man. Let's put the gameplay up. There you go. So, we got some special guests for today. What's up, Christopher? We got a special guest today. We got Mr. Ace coming back. What's up, brother?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Yeah, I'm addicted to the Death Stranding. That's about it.
Okay. Got another special guest. Got J-Dog, who's been clawing at my damn door every damn time we go live. So, Mr. J-Dog, what's up?
What's good, you guys?
All right. Good to see you. Good to see everybody. And let's get into the actual main panel. Mr. Messiah, go ahead, brother.
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm going to go pick up my Star Wars game today and do my victory lap here later on tonight. Hopefully everybody can join. But thanks for having me, Big Cloud. Shout out to everybody on the panel.
Everybody, of course. Mr. Lobo.
What up, guys? That was Lobo here. Let's get on to these topics, shall we?
All right. Mr. Carlos Fernandez.
Hey, what's up, people? It's good to be back. I know I was missing for 2 episodes, but hey, gamer by choice, not by trend. What episode we on? Please.
86.
We're past the 90s at this point.
No, we're 86.
No,
86?
We're not no damn 86. I did 86, you fool.
So we're officially going closer to the 90s. So
we're
I'll say
about the 90s. I'm
87.
gonna have to recalculate everything. I'll definitely
All right,
get
all
back
right.
to
So
it. I'll recalculate.
All right, we're in the 90s. We're in the 90s, just like the 90s. So with that being said, let's get it on.
All right. We're getting there. We're getting close to 100 episodes, people. Shout out to everybody in the chat, in the panel, or as well, but it's also the chat. But I try to say the same as possible. And a man with this dude doesn't even need an introduction. He's everywhere. But nah, real talk, my brother, Mr. Fox Games UK. What's up?
Hey.
I thought he went sleep. You'll go quiet. Okay. Let's get into one of these hot topics, man. Y'all want to talk about XO19? Fire everybody up.
Hell no.
Yo.
Hell no.
Yeah,
Move on.
Yeah, let's call out the topics and roll.
Okay. All right. XO19. What's up, Nico? XO19 has just passed us, ladies and gentlemen. I guess you can say the wait is over. The aftermath, quote unquote. All right, it's done. So we did a live stream for this. Our reactions were pretty iconic for this entire show. But look, reflecting on this show, it felt like this entire show was sponsored by Pixar. And that was because the main art direction of a lot of these games are going into that Pixar-like range. Now, some people have actually come up with some interesting theories surrounding that. They stated that maybe that's because they're doing that for streaming. That's probably why they're changing their games art style to that. Me personally, after looking at it, it just took me out the loop. I was not hyped for it at all for those particular games. They did show off Obsidian's new smaller project, which is called Grounded, and this game looks like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Anybody interested in that game?
Well, I like the idea of what they tried to do, but because that is a neat way to to explore. Okay, fine, but the way that game looked, that was trash. And when you said that, I think it's funny. I don't know if you meant a pun when you said Obsidian's smaller team, because they made a small game. And but you made a small game for small men, and so I hope I wish them nothing but luck. That ladybug is the new 4K icon. It's no longer that 4K chicken on Sea of Thieves. So that what I saw yesterday. Shout out to you guys for streaming. I did listen to you and Foxy and the rest of your panel last night, and great job by all you guys. But that what I saw, that shit was trash. And but I'm glad. Let me make this clear. I'm glad there's now a delineation in what Sony's going to do, what Nintendo's going to do, and what Microsoft is going to do. There's nobody can say at this point somebody's going to follow somebody else. Somebody's going to do this. Microsoft is obviously going in a direction where small people play small games. And with that, I'll rest.
Wow. Let me say shout out to Dawn. Shout out to Dawn. What's up?
What up?
Slow-mo said, nah, fuck out of the idea. Y'all crazy.
Oh god.
Maybe sure hit that like button, tweet it out, guys. Shout out to everybody though. So the entire thing, this entire show, I don't know really who the show was for. Now I get it, they showed off xCloud. Now I will give them props. xCloud pretty much murdered Stadia. I don't care what nobody says. They pretty much murdered Stadia with what they offer for xCloud in terms of the first party games, and of course how they got theirs already like set up and the way they're going about it. Now Stadia might beat them in terms of the latency. I'm not sure. Again, it comes down to how it's actually done on their end, right? Stadia could beat them in the latency. But in terms of the actual games and offerings, I would say xCloud has the edge there when it comes to Stadia.
Can I ask you a quick question on that?
What's up?
But are we really surprised that Microsoft, who's been making games or doing things since 2000, is going to have a bigger lineup than Stadia?
Well, I mean, we said this before. Remember, we said this numerous times before we even got to here. We stated that. What did we say? We said Stadia needs that must-have game, right? We said it all the time, like those must-have, like buy my system or buy my platform, period, type of games. And that's what they were lacking from the jump. I mean, Mortal Kombat 11,
Well, again, I don't disagree, but look, their main selling point is that you're going to play those games at 60 FPS at possibly 4K. So that's their selling point, is that their performance is better. With those multi-plat games, I agree with you as far as Microsoft's game lineup. You're 100% correct. But if I can go ahead and play some of these games at 4K at 60 frames a second with HDR, that murders anything Xbox is putting out on xCloud.
Would you pay?
It does.
Would you buy it for $60 again? Because look what they're selling you. Assassin's Creed Odyssey for $60. No, thank you.
That's a good question.
Also, that controller
that's-
stuff like that needs to be like wired for the Stadia right now. They're not offering the Bluetooth
Sure.
controller right now. They're not offering half the stuff. It feels like that they advertise is not offered with the actual.
No, not yet. No, you're right. No, you're right about that. I agree
which
with
is
that
weird.
as far as the hardware that it's come with. But yeah, I mean, the fact that if they're going to literally play Assassin's Creed Odyssey, or is that what it is? Yeah, at 60 frames a second, and they're going to show that running to an Xbox at 30, and they're going to say, yeah, which one are you going to play?
Yeah.
And that's their main, but that's their main selling point for now. For now, I agree that you have to come with some other stuff down the road. But I agree with you. And again, I'm not trying to sell Stadia to people.
We know you're in the founders program.
No.
Yeah. I'm still trying to get myself one. Yeah.
You
yeah.
and
So,
J-Dub, so
but
I'll
yeah,
have
I'm not,
J-Dub,
but that's me. I want to play at 60 frames a second. So that's what I want to do. If you don't want to, that's fine. I got it. I got you.
Yeah. I get
So
that.
for you have no problem paying $60 for Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That you can
I have a
sign
problem
up for
paying
20.
anything. I have a
Okay.
problem paying anything.
So
I don't
for
want to
you,
pay for the Star Wars game
60
tonight.
FPS is main focus. Okay.
Correct. Performance. Yeah. And that I have to wait and see how that does if you have the proper setup. Let's make that clear. But yeah, I mean, if you are a fan, and I was a big fan of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, I like the storytelling. I like the time, that they were in. So would I pay for it? I don't want to pay for nothing. If you listen to my podcast, I'd be like, hey, look, hit that donation thing. I don't want to pay for this shit. So everybody knows that. At PO can't afford the O and the R. So that's why I'm having to get that dog shit 1660 Ti because it's like going to be $199 versus the thing that I really want.
Is Fox talking? They said they can't hear Fox. Fox, are you talking?
Is my mic working? Can I?
Okay, now I hear
yeah.
you. What's up?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Loud and clear, bro.
Yeah,
This is the first I've started talking.
I'm gonna say, yeah.
I'm
gonna say, like, wait, he wasn't talking. I know you're into Death Stranding, so I was going to you last.
No, I'm not playing anything. I'm just listening for a change.
Oh, okay, my bad. I got you. So we saw this live, Fox. What was? Oh, my bad. Were you done? Were you done?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I didn't want to cut you off. So what was your thoughts on XO19? Did it do anything for you?
Well, if you want to slice it and dice it, XO19 was a 70-minute long Game Pass commercial.
Mm-hmm.
That's all it was. 70 minutes of Game Pass. Just one long commercial. Imagine you're watching a YouTube channel, your favorite YouTube channel, and you've just watched one of the videos, and it has the autoplay, so the next one's coming on. But before it does, this 70-minute advert comes on that you can't skip. Yeah. That's XO19.
Yeah.
It was awful. It looked like, that's the worst side. The plus side of it is it looked like something a Nintendo Direct would look like if they were debuting the next generation Nintendo Switch. Because those games look like they belong on Nintendo's platform. I'm sorry.
Oh,
so if you see a Switch Pro, actually what XO19 did is it gave you some insight, some foresight into what the Switch Pro is going to be capable of. Because all those low poly, cartoony, they were beautiful, don't get me wrong, but we're talking about a 6 T-flop machine here. We're talking about a system that's like for the big boys, the big boys and girls.
Mm-hmm.
Xbox One S is entry level. Xbox One X is meant to be the premium system, and yet you're getting stuff no better than what's on the Nintendo Switch.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's like here, Foxy, in the U.S. I mean, you've lived here. Remember we were kids, and you would go to the swimming pool. You had a kiddie pool, and then you had the big pool. That's what it felt like I was looking at yesterday. I'm like, what? I'm not going to say these games I'm not going to say the games are bad because I've not played them yet. But what I saw physically was dog shit.
Do you know the icing on the cake for me was? This is after Microsoft hyped it up as one of the biggest XO events they ever had. So there you go. But the icing on the cake, the turd on the mince pie, is literally when they put on that bootleg Mario Kart free to play.
Oh God, yes,
Oh,
yes.
that one.
But that's not exclusive. But I think
I don't know why they did that or even wasted time. I remember we were all cringing. Like, first of all, why do I want to see a esports, professional play this? I don't care for this game.
Oh yeah,
They gave it 12 minutes.
Yeah, 12 minutes.
And you can even look. They were playing on keyboard and mouse.
Yeah, they were. You know why they were doing that, Lobo? Remember, they're partnered by Razer.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, they're partnered by
This
Razer,
is
so
a
they were showing off
but
that.
this is a mobile. This is a mobile business model because it's free to play, right? So they
Yes.
expect buying extra tracks and helmets and characters and wheels and exhausts. So the amount of money they can scam out of you is endless. So the fact that this is a big company like Microsoft and they are they're actually showcasing mobile standard games with the same mobile economy, and they're dedicating 12 minutes to it. I mean, this is a kick in the ghoulies. If you pun, excuse the pun. It's a rare game, grabbed by the ghoulies, but this is kicked in the ghoulies for every Xbox fan out there.
Yeah, just
okay.
very, very,
So
very,
am
very
I-
slow of a show.
Am I the only one who thinks now that Microsoft just doesn't seem to care about their own IPs? It's like they don't seem to have a passion. Like when I look at God of War, Uncharted, Last of Us, I see passion. I see people care about putting the best game. Like every time we hear from the developers, this game pushes the PS4 to its limit, and we now seeing it with The Last of Us Part 2. But on Microsoft side, it's like cricket. It's like here, AA games, enjoy. Game Pass fodder.
Well, let me answer that. I'm not going to be a smart ass. I'm trying to be serious here. Look. What I liked about the conference was that we've had people, we've speculated. I've speculated saying, look, I think Microsoft is going. I believed what Matt Booty said and I'm paraphrasing him when he said, we're going to look for AA games, and if you have a great type of experience like he did with Hellblade, that's what we're going. That's where we're taking this. Well, yesterday was confirmation of what Matt Booty said.
AA Studios.
So the gaming and stuff. And I'm not here to say the games are not fun. That game with those two pasty girls, Life is Strange, that's still one of the best games I have played narratively and things like that. So that's fine. I'm not here to diss on the game, but what we have now is you can clearly see who is going to do what. With Sony, they've got a game coming out where two girls are kissing each other and smoking blunts, and Microsoft's got a game with a ladybug in it. It's in 4K, but that's where they're going. And they're talking about games that, like the Yakuza series, that was already shopped to Microsoft umpteen years ago, and Microsoft turned it down. And now that they're getting it, people are just jumping. I'm like, why is this such a big deal? This game was shopped.
Craig.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard the song? Never trust Matt Booty and a smile. Xbox is poison.
Maybe. Well, I mean, again, maybe I need to listen to that remix. But just to me, it was confirmation. I mean, I don't understand why it's like they're bragging about a woman that everybody has had, and now they're happy that she came over to their house, the butt of their business.
Okay.
This person, these games have been out. I know Yakuza was shopped to Microsoft years ago. Microsoft turned it down. So why is this such a big deal?
Oh, dude, you're going to love this, Craig. I got to give a massive shout out to the Iron Lords podcast, but they brought up a good point when they were doing their live reaction to it, and they broke it down. You know that part, right, where it like stopped after what was it, Obsidian's game? They had an opportunity to show something like Fable. That was something that was talked about. There was no Fable talked about. I was like, oh man, I thought they were going to do it.
Yeah,
just break.
Again, I'm already at their flight.
I thought they were gonna do that.
Flight sim. I'm like, I looked at that flight
The
sim.
flight sim looked good. Yeah, that was the best looking game they
That
had.
looks good, but is it going to be a flight sim, or is it going to be somewhere you hit the A button and then the plane starts?
Oh, you mean like an actual detailed one?
Yeah, is it going to be a simulator, or is it going to be 4 buttons? I mean, that 4 buttons is not a simulator. They got that horrible driving game Forza 7 where you got no pit crew. I guess those BTs are the pit crews. Your car comes out of nowhere. The car fixes itself, So it's just, I'm glad as a consumer that we saw what Microsoft was going to be doing. And yes, I get it. They'll have a Halo game. They're going to have a Gears game probably next year. I'm not here to say, but I'm selling my shit, and I've only had it. I haven't had it 6 weeks. I'm getting rid of this shit tonight. What I saw was trash. What I saw on you all, and if you all's podcast did not cut off, what I saw Microsoft doing was trash. Yeah. So and people saying, well, the Yakuza games will look better on the Xbox. Like, nobody cares when you got games coming out like Ghost of Tsushima where people will be getting decapitated. You got games where girls are kissing each other. You got a 4K ladybug, and you're talking. I mean, that's some Switch shit. It is.
They actually did a great job though for Star Wars. I thought the Star Wars trailer was amazing. I thought that was great.
I'm going to get Star Wars tonight.
Yeah,
I am going to get Star Wars tonight.
Here's the problem with that Star Wars trailer that Xbox showed it.
It's
you watch Digital Factory's video, the Xbox One S version, it actually pauses for 7 whole seconds while you're playing the game, and then loads whatever in front of you in slow motion for 7 seconds.
What?
Have you not seen it on Digital Foundry? They showed.
I didn't even bother. Oh Lord!
And the S version, is so slow. It's in 720p, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you're playing the game, like literally running, and you're in the middle of the action, the game freezes like it's crashed, but it's actually loading in all the assets. Like the good old days. You know when you had a ZX Spectrum or a Commodore 64?
Yeah.
Wow.
I was laughing. He had his lightsaber. It was all this action, and then suddenly it's like he never paid his light bill. 7 seconds. 7 seconds away.
That is
just
crazy.
As long as I stay, I'll be waiting.
It's trash. You know what's funny about it, and of course I'm gonna bring this up on my podcast tonight, is that Zaddy gave the Xbox version the worst score. According to Zaddy. Not to me, because I've not played it yet. But according to your Zaddy, it got an 83 on Metacritic. So you moist Metacritic motel maggles are going to have some explaining to
moist
do.
Maggles.
I mean, why did Zaddy give this a higher score on PlayStation? And it gave it a 90 on PC.
Yeah, so, PC is insanely optimized. Yeah.
Never mind the games. Why does it feel so fake? Why do the Microsoft Xbox presentations feel so contrived?
Because everything's scripted, Foxy. Everything.
Yeah, but it looks like it looks like nobody's having a good time. It actually looks like they're so busy trying to say the right things with the right level of enthusiasm that it's just not natural.
No.
Oh, y'all remember the lady who kept stumbling over her words on the teleprompter when she was trying to lie? Remember that, Fox?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but
she was stumbling.
Like, like when you tell kids a story. Like say you're in kindergarten, right? And you're the teacher, and you got the kids all sat in front of you, and you have to make this book really interesting, like the 3 Bears and Goldilocks. And then you get to the exciting bits where she ate the little bear. She tried it. It was too hard. It was too hard. Like a big kid, getting kids excited. That's how Xbox feels. It's like it's for kids. It's like it feels like they're talking to 10-year-olds. I swear down. I look at them and I feel like, is this like a after-school TV show? Like for kids who just got home from school?
We're in kindergarten.
They sound condescending. They do. Like I feel like I'm not. I feel like I feel too much of an adult. Like to be. It's like when you were a kid, you were fooled by Superman movies. Yeah, Christopher Reeve. Yeah, when you watched it, you believed that shit because you're a kid. But now you're an adult and you watch him again. You can see the outlines around him. You can see that he's not even there. Like it just feels unreal, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say those games won't be good, and I'm not here to throw shade on none of those games. And shout out to the people that are making those games. I'm glad that they're making the games, but what I saw was trash, and I do not. I can't sit at that table with those kids anymore. I can't do it. I got to go to the adult table. I got to get some meat. I got to get my potatoes. I mean, again, I can't have it. I can't have there's a system, like I said, where there's going to be Shoguns, and then there's a Final Fantasy game coming, and they got that Ladybug that you all showed yesterday, or they showed on that Grounded game, that took the cake. I mean, they got a 4K chicken and 4K Ladybugs. It's like, I can't play. I can't do it. It's gaming. I guess as long as you're having fun, that's fine. But I can't do it. I'm selling my shit. And what time is it? Another hour. I'm at the league. I'm selling my shit.
But for those who watched it, doesn't it feel like, at least the first half of XO19, doesn't it feel like all of the studios were making the same art style games, but no one told each other?
Yes.
Yep.
It's like Microsoft said, here's some money. Like, he said it to like 8 of them.
We're sponsored by Pixar.
Here's some money. Go make some great games. But nobody really like communicated. And now they all come up with the same fucking art style. So it might as well just be one long game. 8 games in one.
Yep.
Yeah. No, you're right. And you bringing up Pixar again. That's on Disney Plus. I got Pixar on my Disney Plus thing. So and again, there's nothing wrong with. I mean, look, we're going to watch Frozen. I believe that's on I think that's on there. It may not be. I don't know. We're going to watch some Disney stuff tonight. But I can't do it. I mean, me personally, what I saw cannot be defended. And when I'm hearing things like xCloud and when I don't understand it, and this game that's on here, why are these zombies throwing stuff? They're zombies. How do they know to throw stuff? But anyway, I don't understand what I saw. I don't understand how people.
Oh, Craig, I can answer that. I can answer that. This version of Resident Evil is set in Europe, where the zombies are far more intelligent than anywhere. If Kojima said that Kojima said the zombies in Resident Evil 4 are far more intelligent because they're from Europe.
Oh, of course he did. Yeah, I love that guy. I love that he trolled the people who trolled.
Dudes had their pitchforks ready for Kojima. Let me tell you, man.
Yeah, well, they're moist. What are you, a bunch of moist ass men? Look, they like a game with a ladybug. So nothing that they say matters at this point. Go play your game with the ladybug, little boy. You know, go put it in the thing. Go feed it some whatever ladybug eats. You know,
Ryan,
what's up?
You promise Dawn a glass of wine and chocolates and a hot date.
Oh yeah.
They're in the mail.
The thing about Kojima is he actually never throws them. They throw themselves because
I don't know about a hot date though.
Japanese is a little bit hard to understand, hard to translate from Japanese to English.
Thank you. I said that in a tweet. I said, look, he's a Japanese speaker speaking to Italians, right? An Italian outlet that's been fed back to us in English. So it's gone through 2 different translations to get to us in English. So I don't think he said exactly what we think he said. Even if he said something close to it, I don't think he's not stupid. He's not going to insult Americans. Exactly. They buy his game. Come on now.
But
they wanted to believe it so much that they would legit
they only believe it because he's making games for PlayStation. If he was making games for Xbox, he'd be forgiven immediately.
Oh yeah.
I was going to say.
Remember at the start of the gen, he was making games for Xbox One. He was at the reveal of Xbox One.
Yeah.
No, I don't get that. Yeah. So now he's at your
anti-Xbox because
now he's arrogant.
Metal Gear Solid 5 first on Xbox One.
Exactly. Facts. Like, he's arrogant now. His games are not that great. He's on this pedestal. I'm like, listen, chill. Stop. Please stop.
It shows that it shows the inherent bias they had though, and and again, that's what it showed to me. Is like if they think they can come out and attack him now, it's because they want to say, well, he's not this and that, and that's what they always wanted to say.
Let me throw this one at you, Craig. So Den brought this up too, and this was a thing. You guys remember again that Grounded game that was shown, that little miniature game where you're like tiny or whatever, right?
Yeah, the ladybug.
Now, if you look at the game, if you look at that damn game, right, doesn't it? Now, again, it looks like they borrowed elements from Fortnite when it came to crafting and building stuff, because remember they rotated the wood. Now I guarantee you I guarantee I would not put it past Microsoft to hire or to tell Ninja to get behind that game and literally push that game on their mixer. I cannot put it past them. I can't.
Yep.
I can see them hyping up.
I don't
Hey, guys, this is
think
just like
Ninja-
Fortnite. This is just like Fortnite. I guarantee you that dude that just got.
You can, sorry, can you repeat that? You can see them pushing it on what?
I can see them pushing that on Mixer with the help of Ninja as like their
Of
next
course.
Fortnite. Yeah, it's their next
But
Fortnite
you'd
type
expect
game.
them to, right? It's
Yeah.
their platform.
I can see
Of
them
course.
doing that.
Yeah, but you say that like it's a bad thing. This is their platform. That's what they're supposed
Yeah,
to do.
no, I can see them doing that and trying to push that because you guys remember the issue right now with Fortnite where the dude got permabanned. Listen, I would not be surprised if they're looking to get him on board to push that game as their next thing. Trust me.
I think they realized.
Good.
I
Go
think they
ahead.
realized they sunk a whole load of a waste of money, boatload of wasted sunken money like the Titanic into Ninja. I don't think they're gonna touch that dude.
Well, I mean,
He's controversial as well. Like they're not gonna want that. The cheating. thing.
Also, he was in the wrong, 1000%. Like, you can't escape that. If they would hire that guy, they would get a backlash beyond backlash because he legitimately promoted cheating.
yep, definitely.
Do you know
Hey,
what
I
I
have a-
liked?
okay.
You know what? Say what you like about Microsoft back in the day, but a lot of us complained that they were buying up all the exclusives on the 360. But that was a better Microsoft then than they are now. I wish
Yeah.
they were still buying up exclusives, to be honest, because what they're doing now is terrible. What they're doing now is worse than hogging up all the exclusives back in the 360 days. Because
Yeah.
at least it made you have to buy their platform and be in their ecosystem.
Yeah.
Right, because you wanted to play Mass Effect, you wanted to play certain games, right? That didn't come like the GTA expansions. You wanted them, so you might have bought an Xbox. A lot of people probably did, and they were rocking both PS3 and Xbox. But all this does, this even makes the PC platform look like the better
Yeah.
platform overall. Because I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
This is how people used to look at it, from my understanding. Yeah. They'd look at the PlayStation as number one in the console space.
Mm-hmm.
Xbox, it would be number two. This is historically, not now. And Nintendo would be third. And then, if you went into console, you'd be on the PC, which would be the Grandmaster Flash. All right.
Yeah.
So, so you'd be on PC. But the people over on console didn't care about PC because of different tastes and immediacy in gaming, and they just didn't have the money to buy a rig or whatever, right? But now you got a lot of people on console prepared to move into PC gaming, and it's all because of Microsoft.
Yeah, they're like really
All
jump
All
starting.
because of Microsoft.
Oh, they're jump starting that, boy. I'll tell you.
And
Do you think it was their intention to do so?
I'm
Oh,
saying that a lot of Xbox gamers are going to be going on PC next gen. Put it that way.
I mean,
Yeah,
look, they're already
but do you
grooming
think it
you
was
with the
Microsoft's
damn
intention to
Razor
do
deal.
so?
Yeah, they're already grooming you with the
There's
Razor
no
deal.
reason to be on Xbox anymore. They've got nothing compelling. Everything they have that is compelling, you can get on the PC day and day on Game Pass. What's the point in buying an Xbox? I mean, if you really, want to play the worst versions of Microsoft Game Studios, because let's face it, if you buy the console version, it can never be as good as the gaming rig version. Okay, it can never be as good. So you're always going to have the second-rate product anyway. And they're clearly not giving you any exclusives for you to say, well, there's a reason to buy this.
Yeah.
The only reason they're giving you is that it's cheap and it plays the worst versions of the games that they're releasing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, again, can somebody go ahead and do a screen-to-screen shot? I don't know how they make those. Put that 4K ladybug, and then in the bottom picture, put a picture of, I guess it was Ellie kissing that girl. And just say, okay, this is the difference in
You should
what's
do that for a
coming
Twitter
out.
post.
Yeah, and then put it on Twitter and just say, okay, look, guys, here is the difference of what Xbox is doing and what PlayStation is doing. And I'm not here to say that what Xbox is doing is wrong. Just for me, what I saw depressed me to the point where, like I said, I'll have to leave the podcast here in about another hour. I don't know how long you're going to be on. And I got to go sell my shit. I can't have that. I can't have it here anymore. I don't want it. And I will just get over the fact that, I'll have to play Mass Effect on PC. God forbid it's 60 frames
Are
a
you gonna
second.
sell your Xbox, Craig?
Yeah, I'm selling it. Yeah, tonight.
What you
Yeah.
got Xbox One X?
He said, I'm selling it.
You got the
Yeah,
X.
what I saw yesterday, I'm getting rid of it. Huh?
Listen,
I have the One
listen.
X. Yeah, I'm getting rid
I
of it.
can't. I
He
can't
said
get
I'm
rid.
done.
I can't. I'm just keeping my Xbox because nobody will buy it from me, and I've left it in numerous locations and tried to escape, and it always gets home before me. It somehow always ends back with me. It's like I even left it in a den of thieves and drug addicts, and they still returned it to me. It's like, did you leave this Xbox here? I goes, damn. Even drug addicts don't want it.
Yep.
Well, like I said, that troll under the bridge would not take it, and I tried to give him that and 5 magic beans, and he don't want it either. So, I mean, I can't play it. I can't. Not what I saw yesterday. Look, and this is why people get mad. They're mad because they say you're talking about butter and biscuits. I'm like, yeah, look at the games. Those are some games that you give the little
I
kids.
guarantee you, Larry
biscuits,
Heard was
yeah.
probably watching you get rid of it and just brought it back to your house with the white gloves. I'm telling you.
Look, I'm not gonna knock the games. I mean, shout out to they made some games, and we get to see what their studios are doing. And
look what their showstopper was though at the end. Wasteland 3. Sony would show like Uncharted 4
Exactly.
or The Last of Us Part 2.
They show Crossfire X and shit.
Tsushima or something big,
Yeah.
or if any other games would just get tweeted. But Microsoft,
Exactly.
a game that Sony would tweet, Microsoft used it as their end game for the show.
Yeah.
I can't believe it.
I don't get it though, because there's no PSX confirmed as right now.
It would have been better to have used Age of Empires than Wasteland 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, Age of Empires would have been decent, but here I don't get it. Is that somebody was saying, well, they're going to have Witcher 3 in Game Pass. I'm like, so what? I mean, you can get the Game of the Year version of that probably next week, for Thanksgiving or whatever around that time for probably about $7. I'm talking about with all the DLC and all that. It's this is a joke. At this point.
Xbox is giving you options, Craig. That's the best part about it.
Yes, and my option is to take it back to the store and be like, give me some money for this.
But isn't this your third one, Craig? I swear you sold.
No. This is my second one.
Did you sell the other one?
Yeah, that one. Well, that was for somebody at church.
How did it get back into your life, man? You're so
I went
easy.
ahead and rebought it. I've always had an Xbox since 2004. Well, no, I've had an Xbox.
Listen, Craig, if you're in an abusive relationship, you don't give them a second chance.
Well, I didn't realize that until I saw you all's stream simulcast yesterday.
My Xbox only got to hit me once, and it's over.
Well, yeah. I mean, like I said, I guess I'm a glutton for punishment because I didn't know. But I thought they were going to come with some. I mean, some people were talking about new game IPs and Obsidian's new game, and everybody's been going crazy about that Outer Worlds.
What was the other game that was hyped up, Craig? Was it Ninja Gaiden? That was going
yeah.
Ninja Gaiden was talked about numerous times going into this show.
It was hyping Itagaki coming back to the
Yes, there was that
and
too.
That never happened.
And again, I'm not here to say he won't be back there, but what they're selling, like that water that they got, fuck that water. I am not drinking that, so I'm getting rid of my.
No spoilers, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No spoilers, but I mean, I got into a section part of Death Stranding today, and it's.
Don't say anything. I will hit you.
I just said no spoilers, so I'm not going to say anything. But I tell you, it moved me. It was a very emotional moment in the game, boy. Like unexpected moment, like.
Which episode are you? So I know how far I need to play.
I love games, that get you to really invest in other characters. Like you get to know them and like them and care about them. And then when something happens, it has an impact as if it would, like you lose a family member or something. It's really weird.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Which episode are you? Just so I know how far I need to be to.
No, because if I say that where I am,
it'll give you a context.
Fair point.
So all I'm saying is there's a part in the game that it's very moving. Like I'm quite shocked at how they handled it because it's a very sensitive matter.
Yeah. Okay.
What
Very
were you people
controversial as
react?
well.
Let me get somebody else. Let me get everybody else's opinion on the whole EXO thing. Did it J Dog or Karabo? What y'all thought? Good,
Uh,
bad?
yeah. I knew this show was a bust the moment I heard. It's like I didn't watch it, but I knew it would be a bust because let's be honest here. Xbox has done nothing this generation. They have really dropped the ball
Hmm.
on their exclusives and stuff. Like their downfall is way too focused on.
Sorry, you sound like Nancy Pelosi.
Oh
Y'all are
Lord.
savage as
I'm
hell. I swear
sorry,
to
you sound like
God.
Nancy Pelosi. For a minute, I thought of Nancy Pelosi while he was talking.
Oh
Oh
God.
my, it sounded like a press conference. Carry on. Sorry, my bad.
It's okay. But yeah, I thought that Xbox really dropped the ball this gen. Like they didn't do nothing, like hardly anything that could really say that they could hang with PlayStation at all. I mean, look at Nintendo Switch for example. They are almost beating them by just they have more compelling exclusives than
Oh
X.
my God, impeach Trump, please impeach Trump, please, Nancy.
Like
You do the best Nancy Pelosi.
Oh
Do you know
my
what? No, this dude, right?
Ah!
This dude, no, he does
Man,
the best
stop. Man,
Nancy.
no, stop.
No, I'm not insulting him. He literally does. No, let me explain myself. He literally does the best Nancy Pelosi I ever heard a man do. He sounds
Oh,
just like Nancy
Jesus.
Pelosi.
They might be Nancy Pelosi right
Even
there.
people in the
Quiet,
chat agree with me. He sound like Nancy Pelosi. He sound like a press
quiet,
conference.
quiet.
But
Uh,
let's get back to what J Dog was talking. Go ahead, J Dog.
Don't be rude. Don't be rude.
yeah, but like I said, they've been focusing on Game Pass and on those on and the triple and double A games. Like that's all they're
mhm.
focused on. They haven't even like made a great Halo or Gear. Like just think about what the state is right now. They just no they messed up this gen. Like there's a big hope for Scarlett, but if they keep on with the way they're doing things right now, there's no way they could make a comeback next year. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, 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 okay.
Well said. Maybe they
Nice.
can come back. I
Good
just won't be
point.
playing them, but yeah,
Good
maybe
point.
they can. Yeah.
Mr. Karab, I don't know if you got your point across for the whole show.
About Octa, it felt like death, desperate, like they are done focusing on the legit hardcore Xbox guys. Either that or legit they have something cooking so heavy that they're going to release next year, next with not release, but rather show next to what's called Halo, because they did say that one of the games that was shown from either Rare or from yeah, I think Rare, it was a side project.
Hmm.
So it seems like they're doing what Sony is doing and having one team doing main project thing like a big triple A game, and the other team is doing side project. So I hate to say this sentence because it's been beaten to death, and people are going to laugh at me. And I'm actually not defending Microsoft. I'm actually just simply curious what they are going to do. Is wait till E3 next year, which is legit going to be their final chance to address their audience. Look, this is our console, and this is the games that we are going to show. We didn't show them before because we wanted you to see them at the power of the X. This is their one and only out. Get out of free jail card.
Okay.
So we'll see. Wait till the 3. It's legit. The very
Ace.
last E3.
Okay.
Ace,
Okay.
how many years do you have in your life to keep saying wait till next year, wait till next year? I've been hearing this since 2015 in the Xbox side. Like, I mean, come on, I'll be an old man if we carry on at this rate. I'm gonna be retired.
Yeah.
Like next year, every year it's another year. Wait till next year. That's all you ever hear. Next year, next year. And I'm not saying you're defending them, but I'm saying that that's just a scratched record now. It's like a CD that just won't get off track number one. It's the same square.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I'm done.
Same old story, same old song, same old. You know what it is.
No,
I mean,
God.
like, let's be serious, right? The way how Xbox is going to their direction, they're aiming for the casual audience, the
Yeah.
audience that loves to spend money on just things that really don't pertain to any of the the game's basic thing. Meaning, the way the game emphasizes its story, the way the game envelops you into the actual game itself. There's none of those type of things that casuals look into when playing games. They just want to know if the game is going to be, easy to play
Yep.
and easy to buy.
Yep. And
Yeah. Well, you're right. Yeah, I don't disagree, and that's what I'm saying. I got mixed feelings because I'm glad that we saw what they're doing now, because now nobody can say, "Well, we don't know what Xbox is going to do." We know what they're doing. I know we're about to move on
You know
here,
what,
but I'm glad, and so I can move on.
the
Somebody.
best thing they can do is go fully third. They just go
Third party.
third party with the services and all the games. Just go third party. Stop making hardware. There's no point. Waste of time.
I don't disagree.
Just be a service and go on all fucking devices everywhere.
Yeah, and I think the prelude of them showing that xCloud playing on a PlayStation controller is the prelude. That's their first foot into the water of possibly bringing the games. I mean, they may not bring them natively, but they're going to definitely bring them.
yeah.
So yeah, I feel vindicated by that. I feel better about that. And tonight, and I want to give a shout out to Remedy tonight. I'm going to destroy some people because Remedy did release how much cheddar they made with their control game and how they're doing as a company. But I'll say that for tonight. I'm going to bust some cheeks tonight. When I get back when I get back from selling my Xbox, I have a little more money, so I'll be a little more giddy. I'm gonna give me a 40 at OE. I think that's what the kids do, and go to town.
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So the next up, now obviously I know Phil was there. Phil was at the show. He actually made a statement. He stated that they will not be behind PlayStation at all. He stated that they will match PS5's price and power. So
How do they know though?
after
How do they know?
I know that's why I kept saying people were going with this, saying, "Well, that's confirmation to me that Phil's going to have the most powerful, Xbox going to have the most powerful system based on what he said." How? Phil doesn't, you know what I'm saying? I don't get it. I don't get how Phil is confirming anything.
Never mind the power. How do they know they're going to be the same price?
Exactly. I don't get this. I don't understand it. It felt like bait to try to get Sony to come out and say something. Like, you know how Sony likes to throw bait out there?
Second. Don't Microsoft normally go second when it comes to revealing their console?
Yes.
Okay, so say Sony brings out, right, okay, so that's what they're going to do then. They're going to wait for Sony's price. And then they're going to have two prices. They can have the one that they wouldn't mind charging you, and they're gonna have the one that counteracts Sony. Okay, so that's what they're gonna do because they got the opportunity of going second. They're gonna look at what Sony announces. No, actually, it's Sony that goes second.
Yeah,
not Microsoft. Sony goes after Microsoft. So the only way Microsoft can match them is if Microsoft make an announcement, right, for price, and then when Sony really announces theirs and it ends up being whatever price, Microsoft have to do an immediate price cut. Literally have to cut the price immediately, like within 24 hours after telling us.
Well, Xbox is going to go first because they always go Sunday.
That's why that's the only way they can match Sony's price. Either they come out the same price just by coincidence, or Microsoft gives you their price, which happens to be more than Sony's, And then when Sony comes out with their price, Microsoft quickly drops their price, which is going to be bad PR. I think another company recently did that, didn't they? Didn't they drop the prices like within I think it was AMD.
Yep, AMD.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
with
last
the
year,
RX
initial
cars,
release of
5700 range,
Yep.
right? Didn't they
Yep.
come out at one price and then suddenly have to drop it? Like, and then they tried to say,
after-
"Oh, we were just like, you know,
Yeah.
Sony did that.
acting
Sony did
like
that
they
in
were just
E3 when they announced the PS4.
right." So that doesn't do good. That doesn't do good PR. So if Microsoft is planning to do that, drop the price after announcing it, because Sony is cheaper, then that's going to look bad for them. So I
Yep.
don't know how they're going to come in at the same price. I don't know how they're going to come in at the same power, because one of them has to be better than the other at doing certain things.
Yeah.
They can't be both exactly on par. It never is like that. They're
Yeah.
going to be similar, but one of them is going to be better at doing certain operations than the other one. It might
Yeah.
be ray tracing, it might be the CPU, but one of them is going to have a slight boost over the other.
Don't forget the loading times. The loading times are gonna be shortened also. You know?
China, China, China.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
know.
they will be. Yeah, they will be. Now, I just don't. Yeah, I saw that. And,
Donkey.
I'm like, I don't know how in the world they're going to be able to match. I mean, maybe they'll be the prices will be roughly the same or right at. So with the consoles themselves, this is going to be about the content you want to play. And again, what I saw yesterday, I can't play that. I mean, I can't.
But where are they making them though? In China? Because isn't there this big tax thing between Donald Trump and China?
Yeah, they're trying to work that.
I don't think that's going to affect consoles. I don't know. It's not talked about.
I was going to ask, do you think that's going to affect any price for us as gamers?
No.
I don't think so right now.
Well, maybe. We'll have to wait.
If there's a tax levy, yes, it will. If it includes electronics, it will affect people in Europe and North America. The only way they can get around it is if they do their operations somewhere else, like Indonesia or maybe Taiwan, somewhere else.
So
away
basically,
from
we're
China.
royal fucked.
Somewhere away from China. I mean, some of the PS3s, they were made in Hungary in Europe, because I got a replacement unit and it said made in Hungary. So they have used Europe to construct consoles in the last decade.
I know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
like consoles. I remember, I think the PlayStation 1s, I'm sure some of them, when Czechoslovakia used to be a thing, you know, old Czechoslovakia, it doesn't exist anymore. But when it was, I swear they assembled like PlayStation 1, some of them for the European markets. Because on the back, it had like these odd places that you never normally hear about making like consoles. Normally, it's like stuff is made in China or India. Do you know what I mean? You never, or Taiwan, you never hear that stuff's made like in places that you know where the economy's a lot better. So we'll see.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jonas Montes. $3 super chat. Foxy and the Messiah are very entertaining. That was the message.
Oh, thank you.
See, there he goes again. Where Craig and Foxy are the entertaining ones, but you get paid.
Well, we just want to be informative. I can just tell you what I saw yesterday that really it confirmed some things, because I've speculated on it, which I don't mind doing a little bit of speculation, but especially when you get some firsthand things from like guys like a Matt Booty, who is in charge over there at Microsoft. So it's to see what they're doing, and I'm not going to knock any game, and everybody has different preferences and all that stuff. So, but I can't play what I saw. It reminded me of being at home when I was 13 years old, playing on the Nintendo, and I was playing Duck Hunt and stuff like that. There's nothing wrong with those games. I'm out. I'm no longer playing those type of games. So you know, so I got no shade on anybody who loves those type of games. I mean, there's definitely a market for them. I wish Microsoft nothing but the best of luck, but it's somebody who's been in their ecosystem since 2004 or 5, whatever the OG Xbox came out. I'm done with that ecosystem. So
I've spent about 25 to 30 grand on Xbox going back to 2001.
Wow.
Because I owned multiple Xbox Ones, the original ones. I bought a special edition as well. I bought like 3 iterations of the 360. I started off with the first one, then I got the Elite. These are all trading. I didn't keep them all. Like I got the Elite, and then I traded the Elite in for the Slim model. So they've got,
Yeah.
and then the Xbox One. I had the original Xbox One that looked like a VCR. Now I had the X, and now I've gone down to the S because what's the point in having the X if I'm not going to use it? Might as well have the lowest denominator if you're not going to use it. So I've easily spent 25 to 30 grand since 2001. I might be being conservative. I know I spent more on PlayStation and Nintendo though. And I gave Nintendo a break for 14 years. And I've still spent more on Nintendo than I have on Xbox.
Yeah, but the games we saw, that's what I'm feeling is that I might as well I'm just gonna go ahead and get the Switch, even though it does not have Donkey Kong. I've been waiting for a Donkey Kong game, but
it does have Donkey Kong.
Well, but not a new one. You're right, it does have Donkey Kong. I misspoke there. But what I saw yesterday, it just reminded me of just playing on Nintendo. Like, why not just play on Nintendo? I mean, eventually, Microsoft's games. I mean, Ori and the new Ori is going to be on the Nintendo Switch. Is my understanding. So there's just no point to have that. And I'm not knocking the game. Ori is apparently a really good platforming type game. So it's just I'll just get a Switch for that stuff. I don't feel like,
let's be real. We're not knocking the games per se, really.
Correct.
Are.
I'm not.
The games at XO19 were okay. They just weren't fit for a 6T flop system.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's just I kind of lost my train of thought, but I don't I can't get into what they're doing. I guess this is kind of the best way to put it. I can't eat that chicken that they serve. And and I'm not gonna knock anybody who wants it. Don't come to me. I mean, I'm gonna blast everybody tonight on White Zaddy's score on the Star Wars game. So y'all are gonna get that. Just be bent over and ready if you get that coming. So but I don't I'm glad that we now see what Microsoft is going to do. And just here's what I was going to say: a console that I spent hours playing games like BioShock and Oblivion and Skyrim and Splinter Cell. It's giving me a game with a ladybug.
Craig, you're a man after my own heart. Listen, I've had so much good times on the Xbox One, the OG one. Not Xbox One, I mean OG Xbox and the 360.
Just a real
and
future.
To some extent, I've had some fun on the Xbox One as well. I'm not gonna lie. But not enough fun on the Xbox One. But here's the thing. I really, really, really loved Xbox when it was the Xbox 360 era. Yeah. But those days are gone. Gone. Like Sony's exclusive.
Yeah. Well, and not even that. I mean, I remember sitting on the edge of my bed playing Mass Effect 3, going back through the Charon relay to take back Earth. Like, did I do? You invest 4 to 5 years in these games and the DLC, and reading the comics, reading the novels, just trying to get a better sense on what I needed to do. And I did that on the 360. So to see. To see the games that I saw, the person shrunk down, which I thought was cool, but then go into an anthill and there's 2 ants there that look like it looked like something out of a Pixar movie. I'm like, this is terrible. And
people asking me, how did I spend 30 grand on Xbox? Remember, we're going back 2001. Like, that's 18 years. It's easy to spend 30 grand in 18 years. If you ain't spent 30 grand in 18 years, you must be fucking skin and bone. Even food. You'd even spend 30 grand on food in 18 years. So you must be like half dead if you can't spend 30 grand in 18 years. That's nothing. Do the math. That's nothing. That can't even feed a guinea pig.
Yep.
Yeah, so again,
Do you think they don't care?
Thoughts about we were damage controlling that L Microsoft gave us yesterday.
Question. Do you think do you think power will matter? Like, let's say, and I'm just going to say, Xbox launches with a stronger console than a PS5. Do you think it's going to matter for us, PlayStation guys? It's like, come on, we're getting God of War 2, Uncharted, 5, could be, Last of Us 2, 3, American Dream,
I mean, look at it like this,
Horizon Zero
Corrado.
Dawn 2.
Yeah.
Like, we're eating good. Why should we even care about 4K or 8K or 10K when we can play these games?
Yep.
Well, I mean, again, it's
Yeah,
about
exactly.
content. Again, that's why I'm not going to knock who plays what, because I'm moving off of that. I'm not going to sit up there and say that somebody is soy because of what they're playing. I can't play what like I said, I can't eat the chicken that they put on that plate. So I need I need some more spice on my burger.
Look,
So-
Craig, I see where you're going, and to some extent, I agree with you. Like, it's a strange dichotomy. Like, I can't play those games that they showed at XO19, like you just said. I can't play them
Yeah.
on Xbox or Scarlett, but I can play them on Switch though.
Yeah, I can. I got no problem because that's what I
Because
saw.
I feel like they're fitted to Switch and portable play. But when I'm not buying like a Xbox One X or a Scarlett to play those games.
Yeah, I'm not. But again, I'm not buying the Scarlett, and I'm not going to buy it. Great. But yeah, you're right. That's kind of where I'm going, and I'm trying not to throw shade at Nintendo because they got some quality. They got quality.
But remember, these games though, Craig. Let's not forget, everybody. We might be jumping the gun. Like these games, they might just be the last lot of games for the Xbox One systems.
Yeah.
It might just be the end of like the games that they're doing, and then they're gonna concentrate on Scarlett. Like in 2020, these might just be the end games. Like they might literally be the last games you're gonna get on the Xbox One from Microsoft.
Exactly what I said, right?
And I'll be playing on PC with my 1660 Ti. That's fine. I got no problem if they come out. If Fable is a good game, and I've played all the Fable games, so I got no problem getting Fable on PC, none whatsoever. I mean, I'm not gonna,
But doesn't that make Microsoft a liar though? Because didn't they say they're not leaving any console behind? Didn't they say they're still gonna support all of the Xboxes when Scarlett comes out?
Yeah, they did. We'll have to wait and see what they do. You're right. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see.
So if they suddenly cut support, I mean, good luck.
Good
luck trying to support Xbox One S when Scarlett comes out. Good luck with that, because that thing's struggling already. But at the end of the day, they did make a commitment though that the games are going to be playable forwards and backwards.
Yeah.
So Scarlett games, in theory, should run on an Xbox One S and X.
Yep.
So how are they going to? Where's the cutoff period? You know what I'm saying? When does it become a new generation? Because if you're releasing the same games that run across all the older generations, is this really a next-gen console?
Well, we'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean, again,
at least PS5 games won't run on a PS4. That makes it a next-gen system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, I'm not going to not. I mean, yeah, and Phil Spencer said something yesterday, and I'm competitive. When he said going forward for Xbox, it's going to be about, they're going to compete with doing backwards compatibility and doing it through crossplay. Well, if I'm your competitor and I hear you say that, I'm canceling crossplay because I know you need that going forward. I'll be really slow to come around to do.
They're going to stream them, Craig. Craig, they'll stream them.
Yeah.
All the Scarlett games will run via streaming on X and S.
Yeah.
Eventually, you probably won't be able to play them on this.
Yeah. So I just I'm really I'm relieved at what I saw yesterday, and I'm a little disappointed because it just felt like all that time playing the Ghost Recon games on the Xbox, playing the Rainbow Six Vegas. My God, 1 and 2, just great games on the Xbox. BioShock, the BioShock series. I just felt all that leave yesterday. Yeah. And then when I saw the ass of that ladybug, I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I can't do it.
Are you talking about Honey, I Shrunk the Kids game?
No, it's Everwild, I think. Oh wait, no, that's not right. No, that's Grounded.
Yeah, it wasn't Everwild.
The problem with it is that it's first person. It's like if it was third person and it was RPG, I would play it for fun. But first person, no thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I gotta
like
let me get
idea.
the super
I like
chat for a
that.
second.
Ryan, put the subtitles on.
Shut up. Let me get this super chat out the way. Samurai Noble 776, appreciate it. $2 super chat. He says, "What's a good price for a good beginner gaming PC?" And you're
500
looking
to
about
600.
$600.
Yeah, with the monitor about 800.
About 800. Yeah,
without
if you look for a
yeah,
whole bundle, yeah. But
But
usually when you
what
buy
would you
just
get for that,
the
though?
rig,
What would you get for that? 1080p at ultra settings. You won't get a
Yep.
1440p.
beginner. He wants a beginner. He doesn't want a full 4K.
Yeah, but you might as well buy a console then if you're going that low. You're gonna have to spend You're gonna have to spend at least $1,000 if you want.
Oh yeah, well,
something
yeah,
that-
it's beginner.
if
I
you
mean,
want
again,
something
if he
that's
wants
gonna
the
do-
4K, he just has to upgrade the graphics card.
If you
Yeah.
want something that's gonna do 1440, forget 4K at $1,000, that'll only get you 1440p ultra settings, 60 FPS or higher, and you might get away with some ray tracing.
Right.
But
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
$1,000. That's $1,000 though. We're talking about $1,000 there.
well,
You
if you're
want
gonna go, if you're gonna
600
buy,
gets you 1080p.
yeah, if you're gonna go 1080p, which that's what I think for me when I hear beginner, that's what I hear 1080p high or ultra settings at 60 frames, maybe higher.
Also, you
but
said
if you
1500. That's your budget for it.
Oh, 1500.
Oh, you'd be
Oh,
good.
a
You'd
lot.
be good.
You can get a
That's-
4K system for
Yeah, you can
that.
get a 4K system for
Yeah.
1500 easily. Go to
You can get
if you need a site, go to CyberPower PC. There's a good one for you right there.
No,
Cyber-
don't buy
No,
anything from
no,
Cyberpower.
no,
Don't.
I'll
What are you
send-
trying to do?
I'll send a.
Oh, wow, you
Cyberpower.
trying me to go to Alienware? Don't go to Alienware.
Cyberpower.
I'll go CyberPower over Alienware.
Why don't build it yourself, man?
is that like
I'll build
Cyberpunk?
I'll build them right now.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's the thing is, if you look at 1500, if you're going to build it yourself, yeah, yeah, you can get something called a 2070 Ti or 2070 Super.
Ryan, you build them. Why don't you build it and charge him and ship it to him? Build him a
God.
$1,500 PC.
Oh god.
You know why? Because if Cyberpunk does it, I call it Cyberpunk, not Cyberpower.
Uh-huh.
If the Cyberpunks do it, right? If the Cyberpunks do it, they're gonna slap 300 on top of what it's meant to be worth, right? They're gonna have a markup for building it and shipping it. They're gonna take a cut. So if he's got 15, he's gonna end up with a $1,200 system, and the 300 is gonna go in their pocket for putting it together.
Yeah.
Well, if he wants one built and he wants to legit get it built, another site you can go to, and this is where I got my case from, is called NZXT. Go to nzxt.com. Obviously, put your budget in, what you want, and they will actually build it for you. And you just pay
yeah.
everything. That's another good option for you right there, NZXT.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, they are
there's
helpful.
NZXT.
And
Because my
they,
PC can do 4K, yeah, but only at 30. But everything ultra though.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I can only lock it at 30. After that, it becomes like a screen tear fest. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't want that.
Yeah, I'm at 1440 V60 on most of my stuff right now, but I'm trying to step up.
And I agree.
I get
Peter.
100 frames. I get 100 plus frames at 1440p ultra. Even
Yeah.
Ryan saw the benchmark. You know, for Gears 5, you saw it.
Yeah,
didn't
we
you?
was running benchmarks for Gears 5 Ultra.
4K. It was
Yeah.
4K, and it managed to hit 60 as the average.
Yep.
That game's well optimized.
That's
Yeah,
how
yeah.
my graphics card. That's all I gotta do if I want to go full out.
Yeah.
But I'm rocking a 1070 Ti in this joint. I'm proud of this. It's fine with this. I built this one on 2 hands, so.
I don't care about 4K.
But anyway,
I care
Peter
about
made a
frame
good
rate.
point. That's a good price range for a good PC. That's right. That is true. Damn near
I care about
2,000
frame
in
rates,
this economy. You're damn near going to spend for a damn PC. That's insane in terms of like performance. See me, I put more money. I put more RAM in my shit than anything. That's what I was focused on because y'all already know what I do. I do a lot of editing and in the podcast and whatnot. So RAM was a priority. That's why I got over 32 gigs in this thing.
Yeah.
You got over 32, over,
I
or
know,
have you got
I'm
32?
See, I'm not. I'm getting
Got
8
over
more
30.
gigs on Black Friday, but we got another bill to pay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shout out to Super Looming Hyena. Appreciate the super chat, brother. Thank you. He says, "Great show, guys. When will we see GTA 6?" Thanks. GTA 6, you're good. You're definitely going to see that next generation. I don't think it's going to be at the start. If anything, we might get a trailer for it at E3, maybe.
I'll make a prediction.
Next year.
I make a prediction. I reckon it's gonna come out October 2021.
I mean, it looks like it. I mean, because wasn't there Bully though? Remember that game Bully? Wasn't Bully one of their next projects after this too? that was supposed to happen?
I don't know.
I heard something about Bully. It might happen. If it's not Bully, then they'll probably go to L.A. Noir because I know they said they wanted to retackle L.A. Noir as a
Yeah.
sequel.
Did
Hey, I
they?
like
Did
that
they
game.
really
I
say
heard
that?
both.
Did they really say that?
Yeah, they said L.A. Noir is very
Oh,
important to
I
them.
love that game, man.
Yeah,
I
they said
love
it's very,
LA
very
Noire.
important to them. They want to tackle that game again. So
I
don't know how they're
love
going to
LA.
do it, but I would love to see that on PS5 graphics, ray tracing, everything.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's
That
going to
was-
look good.
Maybe
Especially
that's why I
yeah.
like Death Stranding because of
Yeah.
LA Noir. I love relaxing games where I'm, taking my time
Yep.
about things. I'm not
Just
under
intense,
pressure.
slow motion.
Relaxing?
Yeah. Death Stranding elicits it's like an oxymoron of
Mhm.
feelings because on one hand, I'm really relaxed while I'm playing it, like super chilled, but then I feel super tense at the same time.
Can
Do you know? But it's weird. It's like you feel tense, but you still feel relaxed.
Yeah.
Like you feel tense around the BTs, and when you're climbing up certain mountains and you're in the snow region, you're always worried that you're gonna fall and damage shit because if you damage shit, it's over.
Yeah.
You have to start all over again.
Yeah.
So that bit is tense, but it's relaxing while you're doing it though.
Reminds me of Skyrim,
Don't mind for I can't wait for
Yeah, it is a
next
bit like
week.
Skyrim. It's a bit, you know what? It's also a bit like No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Like forget all of the building and digging and all that, stuff. Remove all that and all the space stuff. But just walking along the landscape
Yeah.
and finding paths and ways to get things, and it's like exploration.
Yeah.
It's great. I mean, I got nothing bad. I can't find one flaw with the game. If there is a flaw,
Death Stranding, the only thing I can say, and this is just an opinion, is the game is way too easy. Now the bosses are. I wish Kojima would have made them a little bit more difficult, gave them a little bit more depth to it.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's an addicting game. I have no idea why I am so addicted to the game, but I am legit addicted game. Like right now, I'm talking to you guys and I'm playing it.
Yeah. Oh wow.
do you know what? I think it gets easier. It's like Bloodborne. It's hard to begin with, but it gets easier with each chapter because it starts opening up, giving you things like
Yeah.
vehicles and weapons.
Mhm.
Because when you first play it, you can't imagine that you're going to end up with machine guns.
No.
Then when you first start the game, like you can't imagine you're going to have all these weapons, dude.
Yeah.
You just can't imagine it because the game doesn't have that violent feel to it. Yet, if you want violence, it's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout
You
out
can
to
go killing everything if you want to.
Yeah.
You can actually beat the game without killing any person. I heard.
That's true, and there's people trying to do that too.
I haven't killed one person yet. I don't kill.
You're a pacifist?
Well, there's a way to take them
No,
down.
no, it's not that.
without giving
No,
nothing away.
I mean in the game. In the game, I haven't killed anyone because I haven't had to.
Right.
Yeah.
I've managed to play it without. I've subdued them. I've knocked them out, but I haven't killed anyone. I use non-lethal weapons. I never carry like actual weapons with me. I carry the non-lethal ones because I'm only interested in getting from point A to B. I'm not trying to kill. That's my objective in the game is to connect the cities and to get the packages where they need to go so I can further the story. It's not like Call of Duty. You don't feel like I should be killing anyone.
Yeah. But
Okay.
But you can if you want to though. If you want to go John Rambo, you can. You can go out there and just kill everything.
Yeah,
but that makes the game harder, by the way, because the more people you kill, the more BTs are everywhere.
You're spoiling, man. You're spoiling.
No, that's not a spoiler. That's not a spoiler.
I know.
That's not a
For
spoiler.
me and for myself, I know it. For myself,
no. That's not a spoiler. That bit's not a spoiler. That bit is not a spoiler. That is not a spoiler. That when you kill those things that come chasing after you to steal packages, that they don't end up in that mud thing and come back for you.
I know.
Everybody knows that when you die in the game, everybody knows, that anything that dies in that game ends up a ghost. Everybody knows that.
Yeah, it's already explained. Yeah.
Everybody knows that when you die, you end up as one of those things that float in the sky. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
That's why it's called Death
Yep.
Stranding. It says it in the title, bro. That's not a spoiler.
Death
Yeah.
Stranding. Yep.
Shout out to El Matador 809. Appreciate it, brother. He said, "Hola amigos, y'all still rocking 1070 Ti's. I got that 6000 Ti from. He got that for a minute now. By the way, Phil should be fired for that letdown show.
Well, I did fire him. I mean, you fired Phil by not supporting their product.
It's gonna be hard to get rid of Phil now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard unless the only way he leaves is if he because he's on the board now.
Why do you look shut off though from the crowd when they was interviewing him at the show? Why do you look shut off?
Oh yeah, and
He's on the board though, isn't he? He's on the board. He sits in the high chair with them.
Yeah,
so it's gonna be hard to get rid of him.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Concerned for himself.
Quick question about last night, Exo. Do you remember how Phil Spencer hyped it up at the biggest show ever of Exo 19? Do you remember?
Yeah.
So, and here is how I'm going to own every single mofo MS fan who is going to come at me with that show is amazing. So,
well, that's his job, ain't it?
Do they have a little bit of a memory loss? Because last time I remember when they showed Gear 5, that was their biggest show. So you're gonna tell me that, honey, I shrunk the kids, Wannabe, and some other game have more status than their flagship show, Halo, Gears?
Yeah.
Well, you have to look at what they confirmed yesterday, which wasn't the games as much as where they're going with their product. That's what was so big about yesterday. I see what you're saying though. You're right as far as the game content. It's saying that that game with the ladybug is not as big as Gears. It's not. I agree with that. But what they did confirm that the big news was that, hey, here's the direction that they're going. And if you support them or you don't support them. And I personally, like I said, I need a little more spice on my meat. And I can't eat that. So that's just me. I'm a grown-ass man. And so if I'm going to game, I need a little more spice. I got to have some Sweet Baby Ray's on barbecue sauce. I can't have this dog.
Lord.
Talking about
barbecue sauce.
Do you know what Microsoft should do? This is what I would do if I was in charge at Microsoft. But it's a big risk though, but I'd take it. I would put the Gears franchise to sleep for a while. A long hiatus, and I would stop relying on these games that I've been relying on for decades now.
Like Halo and
I would put them to sleep and start new fucking IPs and make them so incredibly high quality that they replace Gears and they replace Halo and they replace. All right, keep Forza because you can't really do much with racing games, but you need to start replacing your IPs. Some of them need to be put to bed. Like Sony, they put Uncharted to bed. All right, we got the spin-off, but essentially Uncharted, Nathan Drake's story is put to bed.
It's done, yeah. Whatever they're doing now is just filler.
You need to end Gears for like 5 years. Just don't make any more Gears for a while.
Yeah.
And concentrate on something new and make that a success. Because I feel like Microsoft rely too heavily on past successes, hoping that will ride them through in the future. And it's just fatigue. People are fatigued. With I'm sorry, people keep saying how great it is Gears and all that. Every Gears that comes out is amazing. But you're only talking about the graphics. The gameplay is essentially the same fucking thing.
Yep.
No, definitely.
Yeah, like at least Gears had to run its course. And Halo 2. They can't go with this all generation and next generation. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they rely on them too much. It's like a crutch.
Yeah, it's like their crutch. It's like it may have worked for them in the past, but this is now it's like they need new IPs and they need something new.
They need greater ambition. That's where the whole problem is at.
Yeah,
they should buy the Mass Effect IP off of EA or by whoever owns the Mass Effect's IP.
Or even a Need for Speed IP as well, if they can, and
They
just
should
Yeah, have
buy it.
another
They should
backup
buy
racer.
Mass Effect, and own it,
Yeah.
and
or
reboot it. Reboot it.
Instead of that, why not counter Sony? Look what Sony did. They revived Spider-Man from the dead from Activision and
Yep.
created an amazing franchise. Why
Yep.
not take Thor or anything from Marvel and ask them if they can make an exclusive
Iron
game?
Man.
But the
Make an Iron
problem
Man
comes at back at we're all here trying to fix Xbox when all their games are on PC. So no matter how you fix Xbox, the box is pointless. There is no point in owning an Xbox anymore.
Yeah, but if the games were good, there would still be an argument for making the consoles. But because they're not even trying with games, it kind of makes it even worse. That why would you bother buying the console? Do you know
Exactly.
what I'm saying? But at least
Exactly.
if you have if you have great console exclusives, even if they're available on the PC, like Death Stranding's coming out on the PC. It didn't stop people buying Death Stranding on the PlayStation 4. People didn't, some people sucked their thumb and had a tantrum and said, "Oh, I'm not buying it because it's not an exclusive anymore."
Mhm.
But most people who wanted to buy it bought it. They weren't perturbed that it was coming to the PC.
And that's the importance of product placement. That's where I think a lot of things for Microsoft and their Xbox gaming division, they haven't put that emphasis on how to market themselves at an adequate pace. It's like more like a sporadic pace that they're having. They'll do an announcement for certain areas, and then for other areas they don't show anything. And not a lot of customers are in the loop with everything that's going on within
Yeah.
the confines of their brand.
And what they're doing is they're doing microtransactions also. That's what's killing them also. Like
Yeah,
Okay, good points.
I think Inside Xbox should be 15 to 20 minutes, no longer.
yeah.
Thank you. Somebody has said the right thing. Thank you.
Yeah, everything
do
that
it all
they
in- you
done,
can do it all
Sony
in
could have done
15
in one state
You
of play.
do all of that in 15 minutes. Just cut out all of the smiles and the fluff.
Yeah. They were showing off the xCloud a lot, though. For one thing, they were showing off how it supports every controller pretty much out there, even DualShock 4, which was interesting. We talked about this too. I don't know. Yeah, that was interesting as well. So
Yeah, I know.
they're really trying to push
Hey,
that.
do you think it is them making the first move to Sony, like showing them, hey, Sony, wanna team up? Not team up, but rather wanna put Game Pass on Xbox. It's something. Fuck me. Game Pass on PlayStation. Something of that nature.
I see something else happening in the end.
Yeah,
If
but
something
wouldn't that
screw
be
up, they'll
wouldn't
blame
Sony be
Sony's system.
cannibalizing?
Wait, I
But
can't
wouldn't-
hear you. Both talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, but wouldn't that cannibalize like PlayStation now? Like, I mean, why if you are Sony and you're top of the food chain in consoles, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're trying to push your own PlayStation Now service, why a distraction on there that is Xbox Game Pass to take away potential earnings? Yeah, they'll still make money by having Game Pass on it, but nowhere near as much as they would from their own service.
Yeah.
And since they are the top console manufacturer out there, I think that would be counterproductive having a competing service right next to yours on your platform. Like, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, but
Okay,
that's mostly what we're trying. We've been seeing from them. They don't have that competitive edge. They're more compliant with the fans telling them that the casual fans telling them that they're doing good, and in reality, the way that things are going for them strategically is not faring off in any place.
No.
Well, they've got to. We got to understand it. What they're doing has never been done before, so they may have a huge windfall from it. But for
Maybe.
people crack me up when they say, "Well, they're using the Netflix model and the Hulu model." But I know there's shows on Hulu and Netflix and Disney Plus that you need those. I need Netflix to watch certain shows.
Yeah.
you know, our Amazon Prime. I don't need that with Xbox. So again, I'm not, and I agree with the Forbes article that brought this up a couple weeks ago. Microsoft may be onto something great, and there's no doubt that Sony is watching them. But at the end of the day, until you come back with some hard numbers, then you know, because we know you butchered Gears 5. Like we know that we physically can see Gears 5 didn't sell well, and it's because it was on Game Pass and it was a day and date game. So we'll just have to wait and see. Doesn't mean Sony won't.
Do you know what the numbers are? Do you know
Okay.
what the uptake? Do you know what the uptake numbers for
Game Pass?
game streaming services are going forward? You know, by 2022, analysts are forecasting that the game subscription services will only have 2% of the game market. 2%.
That's
Wow.
right.
So
Wow.
people will always want to buy digitally or physically.
Yep.
Yeah, that this service thing is only going to be a side dish.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
not going to take over. I tell you why it won't take over. It won't take over for at least another decade or two, and then it will probably become normal, and people will look at you funny if you're holding a disc in your hand.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, streaming is, you know, on the brink of coming, but it's, you know, it hasn't.
2% though, that's nothing.
Yeah,
2022.
yeah, that is nothing. And with Google Stadia coming out, I think that's kind of too early for 'em because
I think it might be like VR, really slow uptake.
no, but steady.
Yeah, really.
Slow and
Yeah,
steady,
really slow.
decades in the making.
Yeah, but just like Google Stadia, like, you know, it might become popular. You know, it
It
might.
might, yeah. I mean, we'll
yeah.
give it some time. Hey guys, I'm gonna
Yeah, but-
pop on off here because I
But
have
with,
to go
with
sell.
Stadia, aren't you buying
Are
the
you going to
game
dip out,
full price?
Crick?
Yeah,
Aren't you?
Nah,
yeah.
alrighty.
Correct me if I'm
leaving.
wrong. Aren't you
Thanks
buying
for
the
coming
game
through,
off-
brother.
Yeah.
Oh, is he
problem.
going? Sorry, I didn't even hear that.
Yeah, no. You're
See you
fine.
later, man.
Yeah, I'm gonna go stay.
No, all right, man. Enjoy Star Wars, brother. See you next week.
Okay, let me just
Yep.
ask this question though. If I'm not mistaken, it's not Google Stadia that you have to buy the game for $60 anyway.
Yeah.
You
no,
never actually own anything, but
yeah.
it's just there for you to play when you want to play it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
what's the
don't
point in
wanna
that?
play-
I don't know.
Why are you doing that? Why would you spend $60 to own nothing and be dictated to when you can play it? So if their servers are down, you can't play it. If the servers are overloaded, you can't play it.
Yeah,
You
that's
don't have an internet connection, you can't play it. Why would you give that power away?
yeah, exactly.
You're
know,
paying
To have nothing.
for them to look after. It's like they're like a bank. You're paying them to hold on to your games.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. You
I'm
know,
glad this topic dragged
I don't
on
like
because
that. I don't like
I only
that.
have one topic left. But before I get to that last topic, shout out to Bryson Tatum. I didn't forget about you, bro. Appreciate the super chat. He said, "What's your top 5 games of 2019?" I'll go straight down the list here. So Lobo, top 5 games of 2019.
Resident Evil 2 remake, Devil May
Okay.
Cry. Fucking shit. Damn it! I forgot the last 3 games I played. Yeah, I forgot the last 3 games I played. I remember playing them,
I
but
can't hear Lobo. Can anyone hear Lobo?
Hang on a second.
huh?
I hear Lobo.
Huh?
Yeah, you don't hear Lobo?
I can't hear him.
Oh, maybe jump out the chat and jump back in. You probably can hear.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck.
Or
Resident
maybe
Evil
Lobo has
2.
to. I'm not sure. Sometimes it does that.
Oh yeah, Resident Evil 2 remake, Devil May Cry 5, whatchamacallit, Gears 5, Metro Exodus, and I would say
I can't hear. My bad.
All right.
It's
Okay.
hard. It's hard.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, Lobo.
I'd say Astral Chain,
Astro Chain. Okay.
Death Stranding. Let me think. Astral Chain, Death Stranding, Days Gone. There's not been that many, to be honest. Most of the best games launched in 2018.
yeah.
Well, for me, I'll go to my top 5. Days Gone,
Mm-hmm.
Resident Evil 2.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. Which Oh, Gears 5.
Yeah. That's good.
Let me see another one that I've played. Oh well, recently I played Need for Speed Heat. That one is
That game it's awesome.
And one more that I would say was good. A bit of a game. I have so many games. I have so many times. But let me look at my list. Oh yeah. Here's
Uh-oh. Yeah, your dog go off.
The doggo.
for me, another one would be this one that just recently added to the Origin library. Shantae.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like that one.
Okay. J-Duck, did you get your top 5?
Mine is definitely Warframe. Definitely. I'm trying to think what else. Like like I've been stuck on maybe 2 or 3 games. Like but yeah, I haven't been playing that much. Like
Did you say Warframe?
Yes.
I didn't know I thought we were only choosing games that released in 2019. My
Yeah,
bad. I didn't know
2019.
we could pick any game.
No, it's 2019, but he said he hasn't been playing that many games.
Oh, so okay. So what if I bought a game in 2018 at the end and I didn't play it this year? Does that count?
I guess you can say that. Yeah, sure.
I guess you can. Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
But I mean, like, I haven't really played like much, like besides 2 or 3 games like in rotation. Like, yeah, you can say I need to step my game up a bit.
Okay.
Wait, you've only played 3 games for the whole year.
Yeah.
You're casual.
You saying I'm casual? Yes,
No, either that or you don't have much time.
I mean, I do. It's just that I love playing those games. That I like.
Okay. All right.
How many systems do you own?
Systems like what you mean like systems like
How many platforms?
How many consoles or platforms? Yeah.
PS4. I'm gonna get a Switch pretty soon. But that's
So
about
just
it.
a PS4 then.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not too bad then, because I own all the consoles and a PC. It's impossible for me to only play 3 games in a whole year.
But I mean,
yeah.
I was thinking about getting me a PC, so I can, play a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just need to step my game up a little bit.
Okay.
Because,
I played a lot of games with
I got everybody.
If we're talking about your favorite games, well, I've named my 3.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 2019, but
my favorite, is mostly Skyrim, Warframe. I'm trying to think what else. God of War. I have played God of War a little bit, but I stopped. I don't know why, but I need to get back to God of War. But yeah, that's pretty much.
When did Torna come out? Xenoblade, the Torna expansion, was that in 2019? If it was, I'm including that as well.
Okay.
Because I'm sure Xenoblade Chronicles 2 launched in December, so the expansion would have come out in 2019. Yeah, because it launched December 2018 and it didn't come out at the same time. Yeah, right. So I'm gonna include that as well because I really enjoyed Torna.
All right.
I didn't have like new games that
All right.
But
move this out the way.
I cannot include Gears 5.
Can't move the top 5 for you? Okay.
I'm bored. I won't even finish it. I swear down.
You ain't beat the story?
I got it free on Game Pass, and I don't even want to complete it.
Wow, I didn't beat the story? Oh, wow. Or finish it?
I don't even want to. I don't feel compelled to. I got bored.
Yeah.
You got.
Well, for me,
I just got bored playing Gears 5. It just felt like Gears 4 to me with some snow.
Yeah. For me, my top 5 games. For one, I would definitely say Resident Evil 2 Remake, which just won the Joystick Game of the Year, which was interesting. So that's cool. Definitely, without a doubt, am going to say Star Wars because Star Wars is lit. I'm going to say
Which
Death
Star Wars?
Stranding.
Which one though?
The new
Yeah.
one. The new
Yeah.
one. The new one. From,
You got it. You bought the new one.
Did you finish it?
Nah, I ain't
So
finished.
wait. So did you get Death Stranding though?
I have that also. I have not started.
Okay, I was gonna say, how dare you get
Have that
Star
also.
Wars before?
But
Death Stranding?
from what I've seen for Death Stranding and what I was told, and obviously the playthroughs that I've seen some people play it a little bit on this online. It's definitely going to be a game that I'm going to be enjoying, so I'm hyped for that for sure.
Yeah, I mean,
So, I
Star
can't
Wars
really say
looks
it's my
good,
top
but
5 because I haven't necessarily played it. So, but I'm pretty sure it will make my top 5. Days Gone for
it
sure
looks
is
good,
definitely
but
in
it
the
looks
top
like
5.
it looks good, but it looks like it borrows too much from Uncharted and God of
Yeah.
Star
War.
Wars, yeah.
But-
Star Wars looks like it's ripped off Uncharted, and it's like Uncharted and God of War with lightsabers.
yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely got that in common.
It's more Sekiro than Uncharted.
The parry
or God of
system,
War.
yeah, it's like Sekiro. You have to time it very, very good to get it. So that's cool.
The guy Stig, who directed the game, actually directed God of War 3.
Mhm.
Oh,
Did you know that on the PS3, the guy who's directed the Star Wars game,
oh,
the creative director or whatever his title is,
okay.
his name's Stig. He actually was the creative director for God of War 3.
Mm.
So he has
Okay.
actually used a lot of the stuff that he learned making that game, and their whole swinging. It's very Uncharted and Titan, even Titanfall, running against the walls and all that. Prince of
Yeah.
Persia. It's like it's borrowed from like 10 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's bad. It's probably a great game, but
Yeah.
I looked at the Digital Foundry thing on Xbox versions, and it just looked so familiar to me.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So I'll probably
Um,
get it in a sale. I'll wait for it to go half price on Amazon and pick it up physically.
Okay. Shout out to Matador. $2 super chase. I hope Guerrilla Games is making a new SOCOM. Wasn't there some report going around for SOCOM that there were?
Yeah, I sent you a Twitter feed about
Yeah, who was
it.
making it? Was it Guerrilla Games? Who was it? I forgot.
Yeah, I think it was it was a team from Gorilla Games. So maybe Sony sliced Gorilla in half and allowed one team to make SOCOM, the other team, who knows, Horizon Zero Dawn or Killzone 2, Killzone 4, or a reboot for Killzone.
Okay.
You know what? Like, then you know what I heard? Like, Insomniac, like they can make a Resistance again. You know, because Sony owns the IP now.
Okay.
For what?
They should make Sunset Overdrive sequel.
Oh, and I forgot
yeah,
about
I finished it.
I forgot about Sekiro. Sekiro's definitely top 5.
Yeah, I was going to put Sekiro at my game of the year list.
Yeah,
I didn't
Sekiro's
get the
definitely.
chance to. For me, it would be Sekiro. I loved it. I enjoyed it. Definitely Death Stranding, despite the fact I'm hardly ever on the way of finishing it. What I played this year, I played a lot of games, but I hated. I was mostly disappointed with most of them, like Kingdom Hearts 3.
Okay.
Crap. What kind? I played Bloodstained. I enjoyed it. It's like from the creator of Castlevania.
Okay.
What did I play?
No,
Oh yeah,
right?
Days Gone. I loved it. Days Gone is amazing. Go play Days Gone, everybody.
All right.
Days Gone's okay. I mean, it's a good game, but
Just performance fucked
it
up.
has no, but it does have the pacing's off in a lot of it as well. Though.
Yeah.
Some of the pacing's off. Like, you know, it's good though. It's a good game. It's just it feels like it goes on for too long.
That is true. You ain't lying there, brother. You ain't lying there.
Like Red Dead Redemption 2
Fuck no. Hell no.
goes on
That's what for
forever.
me,
When you think it's finished, it's just started.
Like fuck no.
That for me was
Good
a
story.
bonfire.
Good story. Boring gas gameplay. Not my type.
Well, I really enjoyed Red Dead. It's just I felt like
The story was great.
they could have wrapped it up a lot quicker. It just seemed to go on for too long.
The epilogue feels like another what 2 chapters?
Yeah,
It just tacked
but that's
on. I get it.
some
It's
of
filler.
my fault,
I get
though.
it. You know, it's filler.
Some
You
of
want to
it's
give
my
fan
fault.
service, but some shit just like you could have cut some shit down.
Yeah.
I didn't care for, but it
But
was
sometimes
cool.
it's-
It just
You know,
wasn't-
sometimes it's my fault though, because like when I'm given an open world, sometimes I get carried away doing side quests, and then I get fatigued doing those, and that makes the game feel really long.
yeah.
I can see that.
All right, let's move on to this final topic, and we're gonna shut this show down, people. Shout out to everybody who came out, though. Hit that like button if you guys enjoying it. If you enjoyed yourself so far, that's the last topic. This one right, I saved it for last because you already know. If you guys saw my video earlier today, it's on the channel. After this, you can go check it out. Basically, this has actually been debunked. There was a thing going around for Sony and a patent for the cartridge. Now, a lot of people thought it was SSD storage for PlayStation 5. It actually has been debunked. It's not going to be for PlayStation 5. It's not an SSD or anything of that nature. What it could be is something for a companion device, which we did talk about on the show numerous times, as well as the Gamer Couch podcast, mostly. So that was there. And also, it could be, used for something else. Like, for example, VR, the wireless VR headset, whatever this is. This little patent for these little cartridges. But it's not going to be for PlayStation 5. Thoughts, Lobo?
So do you think it's gonna be like an adapter for the current PSVR?
It could be integral to the VR because remember VR is going to be wireless supposedly. This is a new wireless one they're working on, and we already know they got patents for new controllers going in your wrist.
So it could be like an accessory wireless card for the current VR and the new ones.
Could be, yeah, could be. J Duck, what you think?
I don't really know, but it could be that. It could be for something else, but we'll see what what they use it for.
Okay, Mr. Krabba, what you think?
I actually think it could be for VR because we heard about them wanting to create a wireless VR because many people were complaining about that. So yeah, it could be that, but maybe it still could be something to do with a kind of like an SSD drive. Also, you need to realize something. It's easy to debunk something, only to later for it to be shown again. I'm going to use a metaphor of but CM Punk. He did a trial by Fox, and then Fox debunked the story of him ever coming back, and then out of nowhere he showed up. So yeah, who knows?
Okay. Fox, your thoughts, brother?
Well, I don't think it has been debunked.
There's no.
Because if you're referring to by debunking, if you're referring to that PlayStation Universe article, they're basing their hypothesis on it not being SSD related because of the SATA connection. But from my understanding, PS5 is going to be using the PCI Express port anyway for that type of for SSDs, so it won't be using SATA anyway. So I don't think it has been debunked. I just think.
So you think they talked around it? Got around it.
It could still be for SSD because at the end of the day, the PlayStation 5 is using the second generation RDNA Navi GPUs, okay? And that's PCI Express when it comes to SSD. So at the end of the day, that article, I reported on it, but I didn't say in my video that I was reporting on it. thought people have a right to know that it may not be for SSD. But if it's just being based on the whole SATA connection, then I don't think that's debunking it. I think that's a misunderstanding that they don't know what type of connection Sony's going to use. But I'm sure Mark Cerny did say it was using PCI Express.
Okay.
I'm sure that was official. I'm sure it was, because something in my mind tells me it came from someone official in Sony, like Mark Cerny said it.
Okay. Good point.
Yeah, I was even thinking about that as well. I was thinking about that. Oh, it might be like some type of RAID 0 type of card that you could do with and add like 4 NVMe's or 2, or was 2 NVMe's. I was like thinking about that as well.
Yeah, so
it's possible. I mean, it's possible. Yeah.
I mean, ideally, it would be Sony making a portable companion device so that I can play PlayStation 5 and 4 games, chunks of them on the go. That would be ideal for me. But if it does turn out to be, I mean, any scenario is cool. If it's SSD, I'm happy with that as long as the pricing's right.
Yeah.
But if it's proprietary, it probably won't be, because Sony going to charge you what they want because you won't have any other alternatives. And whenever a company makes something that you can only use on theirs and you can't use anyone else's on theirs, then they're always going to make the price more favorable to them, because you as a consumer have no choice. If you want that product, you've got no other avenue. So they did it with PlayStation Vita. Some of the cards cost as much as the system in the end. It was ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah, that was true.
So let's hope these 3 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 1 terabyte, if they are SSD expansions, let's hope you're not paying $100 for the 1 terabyte and then $200. Let's hope it doesn't go up in $100 increments.
Inflated. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I agree with you there. Carlos, you want to add anything to this, brother?
Yeah, I'll add something. From my take and from knowing how Sony does certain things and how they patent certain ideas to their products, many of the things that you guys stated can go either way. It could either be a wireless card for a peripheral add-on to the VR headset. It could be something for proprietary uses for storage capacity. It could go either way. It's really up in the air for me, because I was more leaning towards the SSD expansion. It would actually benefit them in the long run. It'll make it a much more feasible product for people to use.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it won't be. It won't be anything to do with backwards compatibility, like memory cards. It won't have anything to do with PlayStation 1 or 2 memory cards for storage, because you wouldn't need terabytes for that.
No.
And not only that, you could do that all off the hard drive, the basic mechanical hard drive. You could that would be software emulated. You wouldn't need a physical box to do that. That would just be a waste of manufacturing, waste of money, waste of time. Yep. So it's definitely anything to do with compatibility memory cards. Nothing to do with that.
Nope.
Okay. Good point. Definitely good point. What's up, Trey? This was funny. Cali Rex put this out here. He actually tweeted and tagged me in it. But according to this, Stadia is going to have a gender-neutral controller. That will appeal to women.
What the?
I don't know what the hell to think about.
Weren't controllers already gender
I
neutral?
never thought a controller was sexist.
Why is that necessary to even make that statement? Who's in their house thinking,
don't understand
gosh,
that.
I wish they made gender neutral controls.
I don't get it. I just don't get that.
They're just pushing. They're trying to push. They're trying to push so much stuff.
Who's at home sharing slices of pizza, saying, I wish somebody would make a gender neutral controller? Nobody on this earth.
I don't get that shit. So you mean tell me women are getting offended by controllers? No way.
It's for political. Let me tell you something. The only reason why that would exist is for political fucking statements.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right,
Lord.
to politicize.
Foxy, didn't the Xbox and PlayStation had respectively done pink controllers for the.
Yeah, but they didn't call it gender neutral.
They didn't call it gender
Yeah,
neutral.
like,
Yeah, they just did
said,
them.
"Hey,
It was like colors and variations should not dictate.
Dude, PlayStation just said, look, we know young girls and teenage girls and adult women play on our system, and some of them like these colors. They didn't actually advertise it and say, though, hey, ladies, we're going to empower you with this controller, or the LGBT community or gender fluid people. We've got a gender fluid controller for you. Doesn't matter what sex you are. You could be an alien from outer space. You will get on with this controller.
Bro, I even
Gender
remember
neutral
them doing a pink PS1 variation back in the early 90s. Like,
yeah, but that's just options, man. They never made a big deal of it though. They never said this is for women.
I don't understand.
I'm to the point.
I really don't understand.
You do realize
how
they
does a
sell those,
controller-
Antonio. They actually sell those, Antonio. SJW
Listen, you know what I
fight
don't like
sticks. I'm not
about
even joking.
gaming recently?
They sell
Like
those.
I grew up in gaming, right, from a kid. So I've been gaming from the 80s, yeah. But here's the thing, right? First gaming it started off in the bedroom, people doing conversions of the arcade games that you used to put your quarters in, yeah.
Mhm.
Like our outruns on our computers at home. So it was a bedroom coders. Then it got big and became corporate. Then they ruined it, and now you got the people politicizing games, like mixing in their politics in something that's supposed to be a fun pastime to escape from politics, to escape from the real world, but they want to infect it.
Yep.
It can't get no worse than what than.
What's like, y'all didn't know they had SJW fight sticks.
Yes.
I don't care,
SJW
man.
what?
SJW fight sticks, you know, for fighting games.
A
They actually
controller
have
and
those.
a
Y'all didn't know this?
Bro,
Wow. Okay, I thought y'all knew
like,
this.
I don't like any of this. I think gaming is pure. Keep it pure. Don't infect it with your politicizing nonsense. Keep that. You know, there's places for that. Leave it out of gaming, man. I'm sick of that.
And if female gamers game on any controller,
No,
they
it's
don't
not
really...
about females. It's a gender neutral. It's not about male. Female. They're trying to say. They're trying to say. Look, they're trying to say if you don't identify as a gender, we've got a controller for you.
But that doesn't make no sense, because regardless if it's a trans, regardless if it's a person of, you know, a sexual preference of the opposite kind, it shouldn't really matter, because a controller is a peripheral that is used by everyone.
What if I identify as a cat? Are they gonna make a controller for me?
Meow.
Oh man, I'm
like
done.
I can't, bro. This whole, like, I respect the LGBT community. I respect, you know, a lot of people, but when they try to do things like this,
No, it's not about them. Look, it's
But
not
we
about
don't know if it's
LGBT.
about them.
It's about people who do not accept that they were born a male or a female. They want to exist without that label. So, right, and some console company or video game company or Google, whoever, some bright spark for, oh, do you know what? There's lots of people having issues with this. We need to make a product. No one's having that issue.
Nobody.
Not even people who don't count themselves as male or female were sitting at home thinking there needs to be a controller made for me. Damn it! No one was thinking that.
No. Exactly.
They're creating this to politicize something.
Yeah.
This is just
that's
smoke, bro. This is smoke.
That's a disservice. That's a kind of like a disservice to the actual people themselves, because like you're trying to create this boundary.
Well, that's what happens though. They hijack issues. The black movement is hijacked.
Like that just
look, they hijack all of them. The black movement's been hijacked. The LGBTQ movement's been hijacked. All of the movements have been hijacked by personal interests, special interest groups.
And that shit should stop, like remotely stop completely. Like if everybody's on equal terms and they understand each other, that should all that matter.
When the government can't control things, they get people to join them and take them over and ruin them.
Yep.
That's why you have peaceful protests, and then somebody who's within that peaceful protests kicks off. But they're not really part of that crowd. They're a stooge. They're put there to create chaos. They're not even part of that peaceful movement. They're just planted there by some special interest group to break up that protest.
Yeah.
They don't want them protesting. Yeah.
Most
So
of the
whenever
time,
you
it's
see a
the
peaceful
people
protest
that
goes
are
violent,
protesting against.
when you
Right?
see a
Yo,
peaceful protest
yo.
going violent, it's because somebody has been planted in there. Not just one person, groups have been planted in there to
Yeah.
cause
To
upset
create it.
and to give them a bad name so that no one listens to them.
Mm-hmm.
I know
So
how
Yeah.
most
this
of the
shit works,
people
man. They
isn't
can't fool
the
me.
one. Go ahead. Sorry, I thought you were done.
No, I am done. I'm done.
Oh, okay.
Most of the people that are planted are mostly from the opposite party, the one that are fighting against.
Yeah, the quickest way to shut something down is to discredit it. And if you
Yep.
make
Yeah.
people think they're violent, then they get discredit.
Right.
Even though they're just fighting for equal rights or equality or equal
Yeah.
pay, or they just want to have the opportunity to exist. You know, they might be a dreamer,
Yeah.
DACA. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
there's always issues that other people don't want. Sadly, in this world, you have people that want to do good, but you got a lot of people that want to do bad.
Exactly.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's all the topics I got, guys. Shout out to Cali
Yeah.
Rex for that last one. That extended the show a little bit, but this was a good show, man. I had fun. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Everybody in the chat, shout out to everybody who's still here. 93 people in here. Could we get 93 likes on this stream? But nah, real talk. Shout out to everybody who's still rocking out with us. We appreciate y'all every week. It's always a pleasure to talk game with y'all, and I'm glad y'all enjoyed the show. Shout out to our special guests, Mr. J-Dog, and of course Karaba. And shout out to Craig Harris. He had to leave earlier, but shout out to everybody. And yeah, I'm gonna let everybody do their outros, and I'm gonna shut it down. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. Mr. Lobo, you got the
What
floor.
up, guys? Savage Lobo here. Thank you guys for watching this week's RGT. Anyways, I'm about to head out, and I'm gonna be playing that Master Chief Collection on my PC.
Why you sound like you're trying to take a shit?
He sounds more like he
Oh,
just
you sound
woke up.
constipated, like. Ugh.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, but anyways, I'm gonna be playing later on the Master Chief Collection. I actually am gonna be trying out the beta
Okay.
later on.
All right.
Okay.
Mr. Karaba, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, thanks for having me. Lots of fun topics. And as always, see you next time.
All right, Mr. J-Dog.
It's been a great podcast, and I enjoyed it. And yep.
All right. Carlos.
Hey. Nah, man. As always, great topics, great individuals, and keep it gaming all the time. Gamer by choice, not by trend.
Yep.
All right. Mr. Foxy.
I'm just loading up Death Stranding, preparing.
I already ahead of you.
Play
Right.
games, not corporations.
You gotta insert the Reggie Fils-Aimé meme. My body's ready.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna go and look after BB.
Oh, you're gonna take care of my dog?
You gonna take care of that BB, huh?
No,
He's gonna
God.
take care of my dog. He's dog
Me and that
sitter.
BB's gotten very close.
Nah.
Oh my god, he's
Got crazy.
guys, he's
Did you shake the control of the console, the BB?
Listen,
Oh,
the
yeah.
meme that I've seen when people shaking their controllers is hilarious on Twitter. Dude's like, this
Yeah,
baby won't
that
shut up.
is
I'm still
annoying.
shaking the controller.
Because he doesn't stop when you shake it. You really need to keep shaking it.
Crazy.
When he's
All right.
happy, though, he's a real treat.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Everybody in the chat, thank you guys again. We'll see you next week. Until next time, y'all go and play some games. Enjoy your weekend. Much love. Big Cloud Gaming and the crew. We are signing out. See you next time.
Later.